1989, and the day is a beautiful day here, and we are planning a day of a family reunion with some of the brothers and sisters on the Kraft side of the family, getting together, and some other relatives here in town at our house, Bob and Mary Kraft's house, this evening. But right now we're north of Scottsbluff, and we're getting ready to go up to the cemetery to visit Grandpa Kraft and Grandma Kraft's grave, and also to visit Aunt Mary and Uncle Henry Kraft's grave. Dick Kraft is in town here from Saukville, Wisconsin, which is about 25 miles north of Milwaukee. And also Uncle Harold is in town from Orland, California. And so we are planning a great day of reunion and festivity here. This is Grandpa Kraft's grave and Grandma Kraft's grave here in Scottsbluff. And over here right next to it we have Uncle Henry's grave and Aunt Mary's grave. Here we have Bernice Schmidt's grave, and this is Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney's daughter, who passed away, as it says here, in 1961. She has one daughter, Delpha, who's married to Chuck Johnson. They have a little boy, but Delpha was adopted by her grandparents, Uncle Cooney and Aunt Emma. This is the location of Grandpa Kraft's house in Scottsbluff here at 9th and 12th Streets. The lady that lives here has said that the city has wanted her to clean up the place. And so apparently she's under city orders to clean up this area. Just north of. Okay, here we have Uncle Henry and Aunt Mary Kraft's house on what street is this? East 14th. Forgot what it was.
Got a good roof. Cedar.
This is the old Lincoln Hotel in downtown Scottsbluff. That I think at the present time now is being used by the local Bible college as a, the library is in there, and there's a cafeteria in there, and they use some of the upper rooms as a dormitory. And then over here across the street is the old Lincoln Cab Company where Uncle Henry used to have his cab service. This is Mary's new school in Gearing, Nebraska, and Mary has taught school out at Lake Alice for the last 12 years, which is about 15 miles northwest of Scottsbluff, and she's recently gotten a new job here in Gearing. This is Lincoln Elementary, and she will be teaching second grade. And I have, what, Mary, 28 kids in class? 28. So we're really excited. She doesn't have to drive so far, and especially during the winter time, and will be a nice building to work in. Teach 9th grade computer science, and this is called Gearing Junior High School. We have about 560 kids here, and
Can I ask a question? I'm really teaching computer science.
9th grade computer literacy. This part here is a newer part. This was a elementary school at one point, starting from this division here in the building and down to the next main section. But this right here is my classroom, right in this area right here. Science area there with the solarium. Junior high.
What is the senior high school? Where are they designated? Falcons or?
We're the Bulldogs.
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 Oh, that's it.
That's cute. Tell that on the paper.
We're the Fighting Bulldogs, the high school, but the junior high is called the Bull Pups. Yeah. Here we are at the Scottsbluff National Monument area, and we're entering I'm going to drive up to the top of the monument, and up ahead you see what is called Mitchell Pass, and this is the area on the Oregon Trail where the settlers would pass through this. This was the low spot, you might say, to get around these bluffs, as they're called. Scottsbluff is named after a man called Hiram Scott, and he was a fur trapper and a scout. And his job was to go ahead of the wagon trains and scout out the area. And for some reason, I don't remember the exact history, but anyway, he got sick and he died right here at the base of these bluffs. And so that's how this got to be called Scott's Bluff. And Gearing is the county seat of Scottsbluff County, which is kind of strange because you'd think that the Scottsbluff itself would be the county seat, but Gearing's the county seat. A lot of times during the summer out here, they'll have for the tourists and that, we do get a lot of tourists through here on their way to Yellowstone, and there are renditions out here of the early days where the settlers are sitting around the campfire, and you can come out here to the monument and see movies of the old days and that sort of thing. We're going to have buffalo burgers on occasion out here, and walk the Oregon Trail, see the old ruts. area here. And we have to pay a fee to get up to the top. What's it?
No golden eagles in here.
Car that way. All right, here we go up the road to the top of the monument. When we get up there, we're going to walk around a little bit. But you can also hike up this monument, which some people, if they're out of their mind, like to do. But as for me, the drive is the better way to go. Sometimes we do get rock slides on the road up here. Fortunately, or hopefully, we won't get any today and we won't be stuck up here. But this is limestone rock that's up here, and it is very brittle and has been weathered over the years and has been known to have rock slides. Several years ago, it's been, I'd say 3 or 4. There was some tourists here. I believe they were from the Pennsylvania area. Got up here and there was a rock slide while they were up on top, and they couldn't get back down, and they were stuck here for 3 days while they cleared the road. They had to get a helicopter from the Cheyenne, Wyoming area, the Air Force base over there, to come over and get the people off the top of this monument. On this road up here, we have 3 tunnels. And there you gotta always honk the horn in the tunnel. See anything of interest, just holler. Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of yucca plants up on top. There we have a pioneer settler driving her car up the mountain. Don't. There's a little brochure if they have stock that you can get up here. It tells a little bit more. We come up here every Easter. Our church has their Easter sunrise services up here on top of the monument, which makes it a majestic location for that type of event. Get up here early in the morning and then see the sunrise come up over the horizon. Overlooking the valley is really a pretty sight. Monument. We're going to be walking around here, but this particular view shows us where we live in Gearing here. It's the second set of houses back in this path here that we can walk up.
The top of one of the volcanoes that was no longer active. And I had my brother doing it. Got them stand on the edge of the volcano because you could see nothing behind that except the clouds. And I tried to get a picture of them showing their feet, just their feet on the picture, you know, and I just about did it. It looks like they're standing. Wow.
Here's one of these eucalyptus, or yucca plants it is. Don't want to say eucalyptus, yucca plant. Land on one of those and you know it.
Oh, that's nice. Look at breeze. Anyway, and then when I take
Excuse me. I've already read where at one time, I don't know if this area of Nebraska was, but it was a sea at one time.
Yes, that's right. Nebraska was all underwater.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hard to comprehend that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine coming here on a wagon train.
Isn't that something? I can't either.
Oh, yeah. A special kind of person.
Yes. I would need my TV and my
McDonald's,
yeah,
drugstore, and all that stuff.
really.
Battle Rock.
Would somebody like to read that so we could hear what that says? Mary, why don't you be the narrator?
Trail.
Saddle Rock Trail. Try this cliffside walk for a closer look at Scotts Bluff. The trail on your right gradually descends the steep slopes of Scotts Bluff to Scotts Spring and the Visitor Center. Eroding layers of sandstone, siltstone, and volcanic ash are exposed along the way. And you'll see some intriguing geologic features at close range. The Saddle Rock Trail is about 1.6 miles long, and the one-way trip down takes about 1 hour. To avoid a long walk back, you can arrange to have a companion pick you up at the Visitor Center. For your safety, please stay on the hard surface trail. Steep drop-offs and loose rocks make dangerous footing. Please do not throw or roll rocks that accelerates erosion at the intersections below.
Valley. Over here is, you can see the North Platte River as it flows through the valley. Scotts Bluff. There's some badlands, we call it, right here at the base of the monument. It separates. Down below we have a golf course. That's Gearing Country Club. 9-hole course. It's very pretty there. Very pretty course, well groomed. Terrytown. This area here is Terrytown, named after Senator Terry Carpenter, who lived in Scotts Bluff. He's passed away now, but he wanted his own little domain, so he bought some land and it became Terrytown. And this begins the Gearing area here, and pans around over to village of Gearing. The water that you see here in the distance, that's the treatment center for the sewage disposal for Gearing. And Scotts Bluffs is over there by the sugar factory area. First here taking pictures.
Yeah.
Long way down.
By now you're probably wondering who these people are if you don't know them, and this is Dick and Phyllis Kraft. This is Uncle Phil's boy and his wife Phyllis.
I'm the most intelligent one of the three.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're burning something down there.
Oh, I see it.
Where is Lake Minnetonka in relation to
Okay, Lake Minnetonka is straight out over those hills from downtown Scottsbluff, from the metropolitan area.
the megatopolis of Scottsbluff, Terrytown, and Terry?
Yes. Okay, back on the trail again. Here we have a point of interest.
Eroding landmark. Little by little, Scottsbluff is eroding away. You are now standing on the summit of Scottsbluff, but each year a little more of it erodes away. In 1933, the top of the metal survey post in front of you was level with the rock surface. In just a few decades, a considerable volume of sandstone has been removed. One by one, the grains of sand that make up this sedimentary rock break off, then blow or wash away. Given time, the persistent action of rain, ice, and wind will reduce Scottsbluff to the level of surrounding flatlands. Human footsteps greatly accelerate the erosion of the soft sandstone formations. Please help preserve Scottsbluff for future generations by remaining on the hard-surfaced path. Here shows the highest elevation of Scottsbluff to be 4,649 feet, or 1,470 meters above sea level. But natural and human erosion are working to reduce that figure. Scott Memorial. Hiram Scott, employee of the Rocky Mountain Fur Company, died in the vicinity of this bluff in 1828 after being deserted by his companions near the junction of the Laramie and North Platte rivers.
Well, like I say, without that breeze, it would be unbearable. Now, do you have to rent an area here if you want to, like, say, sunrise service on Easter morning? Do you have to rent an area?
Yeah, this is the north side.
The Oregon and Mormon trails paralleled the North Platte River. In the 1840s and 50s, thousands of pioneers followed the shallow Platte and North Platte rivers across the plains on their way to Oregon and California. Covered wagons passed Scottsbluff on both sides of the river. Immigrants could not lead their wagons close to the riverbanks for fear of getting stuck in silt, gravel, and quicksand. Scottsbluff and the impassable badlands in front of you forced Oregon Trail immigrants to follow a route several miles south of the river. On May 27, 1847, Brigham Young led the first of many Mormon pioneers past Scotts Bluff to their new home in the Great Salt Lake Valley in Utah Territory. The Mormons followed the north bank of the Platte from the Missouri River to Fort Laramie, 50 miles west of here, where the Oregon and Mormon trails joined. After leaving Scotts Bluff, wagon trains headed towards the mountains. Only a few of the pioneers who reached Scotts Bluff scaled the cliffs to witness this aerial view of the country ahead. The wagons had to keep rolling to reach Oregon or California before cold weather set in. Fort Mitchell, the next stop on the trail, was visible from this point. Laramie Peak also came into view here and remained the dominant landmark for several days. On clear days, you can see it 90 miles to the northwest.
90 miles. I was thinking it was further than that. Okay.
Beyond Scotts Bluff, the pioneers faced the Rocky Mountains and continued hardships. Wagons broke down, food supplies diminished, cattle and horses gave out. Many immigrants died along the way, but thousands reached their destinations, helping to ensure that the Western Territories would eventually become part of the United States.
Clear to Toint, and you see the sugar factory silos. But I don't know if you can see it or not, but in this area here in the haze is Laramie Peak. And as we come back around, those silos or that sugar factory storage bins are in Mitchell, Nebraska, about 10 miles from here. Okay, here on the horizon we see in the distance Chimney Rock, which was a major landmark for the pioneers as they came across the plains. That's approximately 20 miles from here. That's Castle Rock. That's approximately 12 miles away. Way back up to the parking area. A lot of the rich farmland in the Platte Valley, although the farm economy here in the last several years has not been very good. A lot of farmers have lost their farms and gone into bankruptcy, but yet the soil remains fertile and very rich for planting corn and sugar beets, primary crop here in the valley. How far it goes up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out of, well, this one is fed by Colorado rivers and Wyoming rivers. So, this is our house here in Gearing. Mary and my house here in Gearing. We've lived here for about 10 years. It's a 3-bedroom home. We really like it out in this. It's a newer area. This area of town is probably 20, 25 years old, but the homes out here aren't all that old.
He's got a scope on here, and you press that lever and it focuses it, and now
Okay, here we got my dad, Fred. Hi, Dad. How are you today? Say a few words in Torrington.
So,
How are you today?
pretty good.
How old are you these days?
Old enough to have sense and don't.
No, how old are you?
Oh, between somewhere here and there.
No, come on.
Will be a birthday the 18th day of December. 81, or 85, I mean.
85.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking pretty good for 84, almost 85.
Well, I don't believe that, because I've never seen a woman long as ever looked at me.
we'll get you over in a car. We'll take you over to nursing home. Get a lot of them looking at you.
I bet.
Little dust.
Well, we were glad to have Uncle Harold and Aunt Eleanor come in from California, and they are here with us at this time. So, hi, Uncle Harold.
Hi,
Good to see you.
good to see you.
How was the trip out?
Well, other than the rough roads, it's been fine.
Yeah. You had some car trouble in
Yes.
Salt Lake, right? But you got that fixed all right, so you're...
Yeah, empty
I
our
hope it
pockets.
is.
Now, why don't you tell us your birth date and how old you are
Well,
today?
I'm 39, the same age as Jack Benny.
That's funny, that's the same age we are.
When's your birthday?
My uncle and you to see
July 3rd,
July 3rd. What year were you born?
1919.
1919.
Firecracker.
Huh.
Oh, 70,
And you're the youngest of the Kraft brothers, right?
So that's what they tell me.
That's what they tell you, huh? And over here to his left is his best partner, his
Well,
better half.
I hope so.
And Aunt Eleanor, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
And what are you doing? How's your heart doing these days?
Well, it's a little tired today after yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're here visiting my father.
How is, have you recovered pretty well from your surgery?
Oh, yes, it's a year.
Been a year, huh?
Uh-huh.
Are you still on medication?
Oh, yeah, I will be the rest of my life,
Hmm,
as long as that heart keeps ticking.
yeah.
Now, when did you get into town? Here?
Last Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah. Okay, Bobby, that's enough.
And
Orland, California, and it's 20 miles west of Chico. Chico is a college town.
okay, and now what, in comparison to where Frida is, how far away from
It's
her
about
are you?
110, 12 miles north
Oh, well, that's
of
not bad.
Sacramento.
That's not real bad. We'll be able to get both of you and my cousins in then if we ever get to
Oh,
California.
yeah, well,
the old attention getter.
Okay, over here we have Aunt Eleanor's father, Jack Schneider. Hi, Jack.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Okay.
You look pretty
fine.
comfortable there in that chair.
Well, I feel all right.
Yeah? Would you mind telling us how old you are?
No, I don't want to tell you that.
Okay. You're older than 39 though, right?
Yeah, I beat that a little bit.
Yeah?
Double that.
Double that,
Yeah.
huh? You live here in Gearing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How long have you lived in Gearing?
Well, since 1919.
1919.
70 years.
Wow. What was your occupation here in Gearing?
And Eleanor, when did your
Well, I worked in the sugar factory, mostly.
Worked in the sugar factory. What was your job in the sugar factory?
Well, I
Come
was
from,
Stephanos
from
foreman.
Russia, yeah.
Foreman, huh?
I
Hmm.
think they,
Well, it's good to have you here, Jack.
Yeah, thank you.
we've just, Daddy went and had copies made of their
Chelsea,
citizenship. I think
What
we
are you
have one
doing,
home, but
huh?
anyway, we had another one done.
this is
And
our
it says they were
our
Russian.
killer dog.
Oh, it doesn't say anywhere.
Yeah, she's
No,
quite.
it says
It's a little silky terrier,
So,
and her name is Chelsea.
what year did you come over, Daddy?
1912?
1912, and you settled where at the beginning? In Colorado, wasn't it?
No, never.
No. Bridgeport?
Chicago.
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 Okay.
Oh,
And you lived in Bridgeport for a while, sometime or other too, didn't you?
No, never lived in Bridgeport.
Well, why did you want to go back to Bridgeport one time to visit the farm you worked on or something?
Oh, that was Broadwater.
Broadwater, okay.
Yes. I
And
went
you
by,
originated in
A couple of
Grimm?
months ago, I went down there.
Okay, were you a young boy then when you worked there with your dad then?
I was
Huh?
about 12 years old
I
then,
see.
13, something like that.
Grocery cafe.
That's in Scottsbluff?
Yeah, right. You probably passed right there where Co-op is. Co-op grocery store. Well, you have been around
Where,
that stuff.
In relation to the main drag.
We'd be a block west. Right from, you know where Safeways is on Main Street there?
No. I know where the Lincoln Hotel used to be or is.
Okay, now wait a minute. You gotta go
South.
south from there.
Oh.
Be about 3 blocks south, I'd say, and about a block west.
Oh, okay. Then I gotta drive by.
Right on the corner.
Okay, just for posterity's sake, this is Ruthie
Oh.
Schmidt, and she's the daughter of Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney Schmidt, and she's the oldest of the 3 children, right?
No, the youngest.
The youngest, right? Uh-huh. Can you tell us, just so we have it for our records, for this is for the Star Herald now.
Well, I was married last week.
Would you mind telling us your birthday?
No, really?
Yeah,
Well, February 2nd, Groundhog Day.
February 2nd. Would you mind telling us what year you were born?
Yes, I do.
For the records.
Just for,
Come
just,
on, Rosie, I was born in 1936, all right, so.
Well, just because
She
you
was born in
little few.
1700.
1700,
1930.
1930.
That's when my brother Lee was born, I believe.
Ouch.
Yeah, but I think Lee was born in June, wasn't he?
Lee was born June 23rd, 1930.
That must be that much older than he is then. I mean, you know.
He just retired also.
That's
I'm
what-
also retired.
Oh my God, I think I'm moving.
Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney, your folks would mind if we videoed it?
I don't think so.
Okay, this is Delpha and her husband
I want to get her
Charles
out of bed. if I
and
can
her
move.
little boy, I forgot his, what's, Corey,
Or they
little
don't
boy
call
Corey.
it really.
Delpha is Bernice's daughter, and Delpha was adopted by Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney, her grandparents, and she married Chuck. And what year were you guys married?
1982.
1982?
June 2nd.
June 2nd. And Corey, the little boy. Corey, how old are you?
5.
5. 4. 4, huh? All right.
Born in 1985.
Hey, I was 4 once.
Delpha, would you mind telling us when you were born?
Was born June 16th, 1958.
1958.
That was a good year. I got out of the army that year. That was a good year.
Okay.
Bob.
Do you wanna open
Ruthie,
the
what
windows
can you
back
tell us
there?
about Bernice's death? What
Well,
caused her
she
death?
actually had rheumatoid arthritis, but her death cause was by pneumonia, which the liquid or whatever, fluid or whatever they call it, went into her bloodstream.
I see. Do you remember how old she was when she died?
She was 27.
27.
Yeah, I know she young gal.
And she passed away May the 9th, and she would have been 28 June the 16th. You know, Delpha was born, Delpha, Betty,
Ah!
Hey.
Now you're
Hi,
on
Aunt Molly.
camera.
How are you?
Bob.
It's breaking.
The camera's breaking.
Complaining, I'd be lying. And I don't want to do that, so I'll just say I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm not. I'm really not. No, you're not.
You're looking good today.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Had her hair done for the occasion?
All right. Looks really nice. Mary came and got you on time, huh?
Yep.
All
She
right.
was all ready for us.
Good deal.
You don't go up to Clover sometimes, see my residue. I got 2 houses.
Yeah, I've been over there a couple times.
Yeah.
Mary and I stopped by there. Oh, it's been a couple months ago, but we were over there. Like I said, probably a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but that time goes so fast. You don't realize it. That's how we're going to take your picture back with us. taking a video camera, or a video tape of you.
Is that what that is?
Uh-huh.
Just so don't break it.
Oh, no.
Put you on TV yet, Molly?
Are you kidding?
Oh, you're gonna be on TV later.
Around here?
Uh-huh. That, we could show that on TV.
Oh.
It won't be on the everybody's TV, just our own TV.
Right.
It doesn't go on the television station TV.
Put it in a television station or not?
No.
No.
Well, I've got two televisions.
Yeah.
Get it on, maybe get it on one.
Possibly. You gotta have the equipment.
Well, it's good to have you here today. I'm glad you could make it.
Well, I won't give up, Bob.
Yeah.
I got a heck of a time getting around, but I'm not going to give up. You go see my place, and you know I didn't.
Shall we? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this special time that we can come together as a family and draw together in one spirit. We thank you for being with us in many capacities. We invite you here to be among us as we fellowship together. What a special time this is, Lord, to come together and to reminisce and to talk about old times and to enjoy the specialness of the family unit. Lord, I thank you for my family. I thank you for each one here this evening and this opportunity. We ask that you'd bless the food that has been prepared and all of these hands that have had a part in making that food. Bless our time together, and we want to invite you here among us. We give you all the praise and the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. The food is on the table inside. And one thing we would like to do tonight, some of us have already been put on tape. Those of you who do not know, that came a little later, but we would like to get every family unit on tape tonight, and we want to send anybody. We can make copies of the tapes. We want to send a couple of them home with Dick and Phyllis to take to Uncle Harold, and send one to Aunt Frida, too, especially. But I have the means where we can make copies of these tapes for posterity. So before you leave tonight, we want to get each family unit on tape and have you say something in Scotts Bluff, Speak Scotts Bluff to us.
We'd like Dick and Phyllis to come, and Uncle Harold and Aunt Elmer and Mr. Snyder to come first. And the rest of you, if you exercise for an hour, then you can come. Then you can eat downstairs where it's a little bit cooler, or in the living room, or out here, wherever.
Any place.
Any place. We weren't sure what the weather was going to be like, so we thought. Now, Uncle Cootie and
This is Don and Betty Knob and their daughter Kim, and they're here with us this evening having dinner with us. And Betty is Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney's youngest daughter, and Don works at the local co-op food store, and he works in the dairy department. And Kim has just graduated from high school, and so we're excited to have them here with us. Betty, tell us a little bit about what you do here in Scotts Bluff.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say we're missing two. Carrie had to go back to Lincoln yesterday, and our oldest daughter got married Saturday, and she's on her honeymoon, so Carrie and Shelley aren't with us. Carrie's 25 now, and Shelley's 22. And
what do you do here in Scotts Bluff? Where do you work?
I work at the middle school lunchroom during the school year, and summertime
Fixing all those good lunchroom meals, right?
Well, a lot of controversy about that.
Yeah. Don, tell us a little bit about what you do at Co-op.
Well, I work in the dairy department. I have a variety of jobs throughout the store. I take care of the bread and fill up any specials that might need filling, and I check some, unload trucks, and I order. And that's about it. Just whatever needs to be done in the grocery store, I usually end up doing it.
Yeah, you work in the cool place of the grocery store, don't you?
Yeah, everybody kind of envies me this time of the year. They kind of want to come back there and cool off a little bit in that 40-degree temperature that I'm standing in a lot. But I don't see them back there in the wintertime, though.
Yeah? All right. Kim, what do you plan on doing? You're working right, where are you working right now?
Kmart.
Kmart, all right. Blue light special time, right?
Right.
That's a good job, though. It's a nice environment and good place to work.
Yeah.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, next year I'm starting college.
Where are you going to go to school at?
Out here.
Out here at NWCC right now, isn't it? Nebraska Western Community
That's
College.
actually WNCC.
WNCC, there you go. West Nebraska Community
I know.
College. All right. Well, thank you for being on camera here. Candid camera, yes. It looks like we have a hot volleyball game going on. Looks like Missy is serving. Missy is the daughter of Mike and Charlotte Clements. That's Jeremy there. That's Charlotte, or no, that's Cindy and John Bruner's boy. And this is Julie Kimball. And her dad is the one there in the background, and that's her little brother, Jared. And Aunt Molly.
That's you? That's Rooster. The Rooster. Not chicken. Chicken and Rooster is the same thing.
I'm really glad Uncle Kenny could come. I wasn't expecting him to be able to come, but I guess at the moment Rosalie and Albert are staying with Emma.
Watermelon.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Who are these three?
Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers. This is Rosaline and Albert Ruppel's daughters. And on the left, here we have Cindy Bruner. And in the middle we have Charlotte Clements. And on the right we have Cheryl Kimball. What do you do here in Scottsbluff, Cindy? Do you work anywhere?
No, just a housewife.
Just a housewife. But I understand you're homeschooling your children, so that's a big job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that keeps you busy. Charlotte, what are you doing?
Well, I'm the housewife, and my husband Mike has the door business, and I answer the telephone for that. I guess I'm kind of a secretary.
Yeah.
And I homeschool my daughter also. So I stay pretty busy.
Yeah, really. By the way, Cindy, what does your husband do?
He's a trucker, self-employed trucker.
John's a trucker. Cheryl, what do you do these days?
I run the house.
You run the house.
Take care of my husband, who is manager of Pizza Hut, and my son and my daughter, who I homeschool.
Yeah.
Jared is going to be a second grader, and Julie's going to be a fifth grader.
All right. Well, as you can see here, these are the three of the best looking cousins that I have anyway. So we're glad to have them here this evening with us. And later you'll probably see them together with their families that are here with us this evening as a family unit. Cindy Bruner and her two children that are here with us this evening. And on the right side we have Melanie. And in the middle we have Jared. Melanie, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. What grade are you in, Melanie? Seventh grade. And where do you go to school at? Christian Liberty Academy. And your mom is helping homeschool you guys, right? Yeah, all right. Jared, how old are you? Jeremy, I'm sorry. Jeremy, how old are you? 10. All right. What grade are you in? Fourth grade. All right. Good looking group there. Thank you.
Oh, this is just like the one we had when we went to Estes last time.
Yeah, that's the one we took.
Bob, put that down and eat. You won't get anything to eat.
Say something to it. See? Yeah, see, I see.
What's she doing?
These are Mexican in our family.
This is Mexican in the family. I'm gonna sit there, man. I'm gonna sit right here. It's okay. And I can put this right here, see? Oh, you guys. Okay, it's not quite lined up. Almost. Now you got to tap it right in there.
You gotta talk with that, Bob.
Don't know how. You're on Candid Camera. Okay, here we have Mike and Cheryl Kimball and their family, Julie and Jared. And you remember you met Cheryl a little bit ago. Cheryl is Rosaline's daughter, who is and Emma's daughter. So this is Mike and his family. And Mike, tell us a little bit about what you do here in Scottsbluff.
What do I do in Scottsbluff?
What do you do in Scottsbluff?
I eat.
You eat, yes, we can. I see that roll there. Isn't that a
manager of the Pizza Hut in Scottsbluff?
Manager of Pizza Hut. How long have you been over there now?
In Scottsbluff, a year and a half. I started in the new Gehring store. It's been probably close to 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I can see all those rolls there. Jared, how old are you, buddy?
Can I have that camera?
You're 8. No, you cannot have this camera. You're 8, huh? And I understand your mommy is homeschooling you, right? What grade are you in this year?
Second.
Second grade. All right. Julie, what grade are you in?
I'm going to be in 5th.
5th grade. What's your favorite subject? What do you like the best?
Math.
Math, huh?
Yep.
All right. Jared, what do you like the best in school?
Just math.
Math, too? All right. That's
what do you
great.
like the best about school, huh?
And I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old. That's right. I forgot to ask you that question, didn't I? Okay. Well, thank you very much for this interview on Candid Camera.
I've already been interviewed.
I asked her a few questions a little bit ago. So,
I understand.
would you like to ask her any questions?
I do.
Yes. What do you find that is so nice about this family reunion?
I think that it is great.
I was asking your mother.
I get to answer.
Yep. The mic.
Well, I think it's neat. I got to meet Dick Kraft. I had never met him before, at least not that I can remember. Got to see a lot of the people that I haven't seen for a long time. I just appreciate my family.
All right. That's great.
That's my woman.
Give her a kiss there, Mike.
Are we done?
Afternoon. It's good to have you at our picnic this afternoon. Glad you could make it. How are you doing these days?
I was in here.
Huh?
I was in here.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't get to ask you any questions. Can I ask you how old you are?
No.
I can't ask that. Okay. That answers that question.
I'm only 90 years old.
You're only how much?
90.
90. Are you sure?
Close to it.
Close to it. 89? 90. Are you really?
I'm close to right, right at 90.
How old is he, Ruth?
82.
82?
Just turned 82 in April.
82. The truth comes out, see? You can't hold it back.
80 and 2.
I didn't know myself, but I knew I was.
He lost track after 70.
I knew I was drinking along, but I didn't know how.
Mike and Charlotte Clements and their family. And on the left here we have Missy, and down here we have Amanda, or better known around these circles as Mandy. Yes, Mandy. Mike, what's wrong with you? Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here in Scottsbluff?
Well, I do a little of anything and everything. I do overhead door work, and I'm a mechanic at large.
All right. All right. Mandy, can you tell us how old you are, sweetie?
Yes.
How old are you?
3.
You're 3, huh? What do you like to do best? What's your favorite activity?
I like to read and play kindergarten, and I like to play Missy.
You like, oh boy, that's terrific.
You like to dress up too.
I like to dress up with Misty's dresses. That's her,
You do?
that's her yellow dress and her pink dress.
All right. All right. And here we have Missy. And she's a good-looking girl, too. How old are you, Missy?
9.
9 years old. I understand you're also being homeschooled by your mom. How do you like that homeschooling?
I like it.
That's fun, isn't it? It helps you have a good relationship with mom and learn a lot of neat stuff, huh? What's your favorite subject?
Science.
Science, huh? All right. Well, that's a tough subject in some cases. It's really neat that you're interested in that.
She's
And
also an avid bookworm.
She's a bookworm, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How many books have you read? How many? Well, let's see. Maybe I should say, how many books have you read this summer so far? No, you don't know, huh? Quite a few.
That's why I can't count them.
I see. Well, that's terrific. That's terrific. Well, we're really glad to have you guys be able to make it to the get-together. And I know, for posterity's sake, this will be remembered for years to come.
Did you get Uncle Donnie waving? Hi, honey. Come here. Get Uncle Donnie, Cheryl. Where is he? Don't jerk this, guys.
11 to 6.
Why is that thing flickering on and off?
All right.
Oh, look at that stage. What a stage.
12 6. All right, guys, let's get serious.
15
Oh, all right. 13 6. All right.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That was close, John.
Come on!
I didn't get that.
Kim!
Come here, Corey. Come here. Let him try. Maybe if you hold it, Jeremy, you hold it like that. Like that, yeah.
There you go. No.
You can stop anytime.
Just the back end of the house.
Get over there with her. Corey, get over there with her. Back up.
You're fine.
All right. Mandy's
10
got
years down
Chelsea.
the road, huh? Look at that.
Okay, here we have Rosaline and Albert and their 3 beautiful daughters. And, and then we have Mandy again and a beautiful little granddaughter, Rosaline and Albert. No. Okay. Rosaline, tell us a little bit about what goes on here as far as you're concerned in Scotts Bluff. What do you do? Where do you work? What do you do on the farm? What are you doing right now these days?
I'm a housekeeper.
Housekeeper.
Yeah, well, we're retired now from the farm, but I always helped Albert with the field work
Uh-huh.
on the farm. Worked outside with him side by side.
Albert, how long have you farmed here in the valley?
All my life.
All your life.
But they're still living there because
What was the main crop that you raised?
Sugar beets and
I don't think I ever got around to naming
Sugar beets, corn, and beans.
I don't think so. I'm trying to look at bases and trying to put names to it.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
Now, I got to ask a tough question. Just for posterity's sake,
Were
can
you
I?
lucky with 3 daughters, Rosalind?
Can we get some dates and ages of birthdays so we can relate? We can relate people together. Rosaline, may I? Now you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Can I ask you when you were born and in what year?
me,
Yeah.
December 1st, 1931.
December 1st, 1930. Albert, when were you born?
December 20, 1925.
Okay, let's start with the girls.
We're pioneers.
Cheryl? You're pioneer. Cheryl, when were you born?
June 25th, 1953.
Hey, that's just about as good as mine. Mine's June 26th.
Is it really?
Happy birthday, son.
Happy early birthday.
Cindy, when were you born?
August 28th, 1956.
And Charlotte?
January 18th, 1959.
All right.
What's it doing?
Mandy, do you know what day you were born?
When were you born, honey?
But November 2nd, 1985. All right. That's terrific. Well, we're really glad you guys could be with us this evening
Enjoyed it.
at this family get-together. Great.
It's delicious. Yeah, no,
These ladies came across on the Oregon Trail in their covered wagons and settled here in Scottsbluff. Bonnets and all.
High top boots.
These are Aunt Emma's 3 daughters. Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney's 3 daughters. Ruthie, Rosaline, and Betty. And they also are 3 good-looking ladies.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oldest to the youngest. Ruthie's the oldest, right? And then Rosaline, and then Betty. Okay, great. You are now on Candid Camera. Thank you. Some of my, 1 or 2 of them I've already asked. I got.
already have to just go on.
Betty, can you give us the date you were born? Would you mind doing that?
September 16, 42.
Holy
All
smoke!
right.
42! Numbers with that low.
All right.
Go and see you.
God almighty, well, I got Godzilla on here.
Okay. Now you're filming. There you go. See the red light? All right.
Here we have Robert Kraft, the movie star out of Gary, Nebraska, and his lovely wife, Mary. And his wife, Mary, in their home, and they're going to give me a quick synopsis of their complete life history in 5 seconds. Let it rip, Robert.
Well, we're at the end of the world. We're almost there at school here in Gary. I teach at the junior high, 9th grade computer science. And Mary, what do you do?
I teach school also. I'll be teaching 2nd grade at Lincoln
Born,
Elementary.
Mary.
I was born September 10th, 1951, in the northern country of Minnesota. Where were you born, Bob?
I was born September 8th, 1948.
Whoa.
In the big town of Torrington, Wyoming.
And Mary, where were you born?
I was
Still
born
there
in
even today.
Montevideo, Minnesota.
A first-class Viking.
All right, go Swedes.
Come here.
We finally got some good breeding stock in this
This
Kraft
is all we
family.
could come up with.
Very good.
This is Junior.
Yeah,
That's a picture of our house.
This is Mary's problem.
We're always on.
That happens to be a girl.
Is this close to the town? This poor dog.
And that's Robert at a close-up.
Oh no.
And Robert at a fire shot. And there's Mary sitting down.
Oh, yes.
He's gonna be lost.
Well, we really like it out there.
Oh, I'm sure. Thought we'd stop and visit with you for a little bit?
Sure appreciate it. I tried to get hold of you yesterday, but nobody home.
Oh, we were out bumming all day yesterday almost.
Today we are at Uncle Pete's house, and we're going to be visiting him this morning. This is his house on East 14th. East 2nd. It's on the corner of East 14th and 2nd. And he also owns the little house in the back as a rental property. Looks like he's got a helper this morning fixing the roof. And downstairs he houses some, he has just rooms for rent downstairs that he rents to some of the men here in town that don't have any real basic places to stay, and a lot of them are some of the local wine drinkers, you might say. Keeps it up, looks really nice.
I got a daughter and a son. And I got two grandsons, 2 more grandsons. Be real big though. My son's 6'4".
That's what the only one I remember, these little types last time I tried.
Where I am. He's built just like Superman. Real man is built like this. Pop, pretty good shape. What do you all got in here? Is it a bulldog? Oh, look at that.
That is cute.
What is this?
Look at the little pipe.
Erlanger? Heard of that? What's the other one?
St. Pauline girl?
Oh, this
Got
is,
company
hey,
for dinner again, don't
this
you?
is good beer.
Girl?
Is it?
Oh, that's good beer.
Ooh, look at this one.
Hey,
4 aces.
that's good stuff there. See, oh, it's good beer.
He's had about 8 years he's had
Look at
that.
this guy here.
No,
He should be pretty well aged by now.
no.
Look what he's got here.
Purdy bird, purdy bird. Woo, woo, you talk?
For heaven's sakes, what are these birds?
Any of them talk?
No.
No.
Are they tiny?
You'll murmur occasionally. Just
Look at how tiny these birds are. I've never saw anything like that.
I think those are little finches.
Cute.
Are they little?
I haven't seen
that's
this. I
all
don't
they
remember
have
seeing
there.
those.
Birds, pigs.
Oh no, these aren't finches.
What's,
No, they are really
what does this
different.
represent?
The big poker game. Little bunch of
Dude, you're
drunks.
a royal flush, 4 aces? Boy, there's gonna be an awful time trying to figure out who won that hand. Yeah.
Good.
Still got one in there. Take a little bit to get her out and move. What the heck's that at?
Oh.
You don't see her there?
There's Penny.
I do have one picture of him when, I think I got, or my dad's got a picture when he was
Here's
in
one for
service.
the service, eh?
And he stopped in Milwaukee
Okay.
before he was shipped overseas. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me my
Does
glasses.
that say, they're in the trunk of the car.
Oh.
Just a minute. They're skinny dipping. It says ski, me, I can't make out the other one.
Where's Harold and Elmer?
They're in town. We met them yesterday. And I met, I can remember just very casually, you stopped in Milwaukee before you shipped overseas?
No, I was over there on a 3-day pass.
Was that what it was?
Yeah. I was down to Hartford at the time.
Oh.
I got a 3-day pass. Stopped in, give everybody a little hill, and took off to the base.
Oh, that's lovely.
You can break your arm with that thing. It's got everything.
It almost
So, I'll tell you, the drive getting in that wind blowing, I don't think these lawns are gonna last very long.
They're sure enjoying your display in their head.
What
So they're
display?
well on the table.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to take it down here a while back, and then
You were.
and Pete said, "Oh, leave it there." Yeah, I think people that couldn't see it, they got quite a kick out of it.
Ed, what's your last name? An Elner told me the other day and I forgot.
Casari.
Casari. How do you spell that?
C-A-S-E-R-I. It's not hard to spell.
No.
Even Ed can spell it.
Yeah, I can even spell it. It's spelled just like the way you pronounce it.
How long
Casari.
have you been here with Uncle Pete?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. 9 years.
9 years. You worked with him out in Lovelock, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I come in here, what, it was 80, and I come over here in May.
How long did you work with him out in Lovelock?
Oh, I know, quite a few years. I don't know, I've worked for Harold now, I guess about 10 years or more.
Yeah. Huh.
Harold's still here yet, or is he gone?
Yeah, no, he's still here. He'll probably go home towards the weekend.
Yeah, he was over here Saturday.
Uh-huh.
No. No. Grab a crap.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, with the
Okay.
plastic, I'm not real sure if that
He
counts.
might have been, he was born in 1910.
The picture wouldn't
Your
count.
dad was born in 1904. And your dad thinks that he probably was around 5. So.
Remember Ruthie saying something last night that she remembered her mom talking about.
That's what I want to talk to
her
him
grandma.
also.
Yeah.
See, she's older, so it might be a little fresher like your dad's mind.
Yeah.
It might be something that he can't remember that she might be able to pick up something.
No, the only aunt of Dad's side I know is Miss Abie. They lived in Sterling. They went to Cincinnati. And
Yeah, those I know. The Abics.
Abics.
Yeah. Yeah, those I know.
I don't know if
See, I'm
there's
trying
or
to,
not.
I'm trying to get as much information as I can about Grandma and Grandpa Kraft.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been putting this all down on paper and trying to go back farther. So far I found out the name of my great-grandfather. Like I say, it was Philip, and I would assume that that was why my father was named Philip, from his grandfather. Yeah, so. Anyway, I thought while I was here I'd mention that here, so now you know what the name of your grandfather was.
I don't recall ever knowing
Yeah.
who the grandparents whether they had any.
We still
whether-
had that.
Well, Uncle Fred,
Father died.
Uncle Fred
Because we each
told me that
and,
he's almost
sister and myself
positive
each had a
that
copy of it.
his grandmother lived
They
with
gave
your
the-
father and
the-
mother for approximately
but
about
they gave
2
my mother
years
one
in
in
Sterling with
She was the.
with another daughter, but then he
Ours
went
are
back
not
to
in
Russia.
plastic, ours are just a copy of the.
They may have.
It's like this one.
So I'm going to talk.
You still got that thing running?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was nice.
You'll probably be on national news tonight.
Now, Uncle George, we met.
One time before Ed and I were,
Frida were back.
local news, we down there buying a battery, and the gal, they take pictures, advertise the station business, you know.
Yeah.
We were on TV one night.
I'm not sure if that was it. I took the date off.
Get the red light on. She's flashing.
Doesn't say where he was born.
Now, when the red light's flashing, that means she's filming.
Yeah, I see you there, boy.
No. And then I gave the.
Do you just for information, Uncle Pete? Do you remember where Aunt Frida's husband, George, Uncle George, where he was from originally, where he was born? Was he from around this area?
No, best of my knowledge, South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
Did she meet him? Do you know around here?
Up there.
Oh, up there.
Yeah.
Now, that little sheet of paper the dad had said he was born in Lincoln,
Lincoln.
but I don't know if that's right.
Well, we've got maybe a little information on that out of birth dates. Well,
I'm just
if I can
curious.
find it right quick.
Yeah.
I'll stay with
Big word,
you. Yeah, you realize how many times you said that?
No, I didn't realize that.
Did you see something?
No, she ran that word to the ground.
Yeah, I know.
I will never use that word again.
I have a tendency to, I think we all do, we like to have a tendency to use certain catchphrases or whatever.
Yeah. These little birds are finches, so they're really cute little boogers.
It's not that you don't believe it, but for a matter of record for all.
This one says, this one has the right date for it.
And this one is a cockatiel.
But actually, it was Atwood, not Atwood, but Perino.
What, you were born in Sterling?
No,
Where were you born?
Petroni, Colorado.
Petroni?
Yeah,
What year were you born?
1910.
What day?
February.
February?
Yeah,
February what?
1910.
What was the date?
20th.
February 20th.
Yeah.
Okay, how long did you live in Colorado then?
I think about age of 12 when we left there.
And where did you move to after that?
This old jig town.
Scotts Bluff, huh?
Scotts Bluff.
How long did you live here, do you remember?
Well, I may say I was in and out. I was in Wisconsin. I was in South Dakota. I've been in Nevada. Been in California. Been back here.
Uh-huh.
So I've been around the states a little bit. I've been overseas. I've been back.
What years were you in the service?
1942 to 45.
And after you got out of the service, where did you go?
Well, I migrated back to California.
California.
Mhm.
And what did you do in California?
Farming.
With who?
Brother Harold and I. George and Milroy.
Where were you located in California?
Sacramento.
What was your main crop that you raised?
Anything that was growing in the field. Beets, tomatoes, wheat, barley, corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you in California?
22 years.
Then where did you move to?
From there went to Lovelock, Nevada.
Lovelock. And what was the purpose of moving there? Why? How did that happen? How did that?
Establish a new life because we went broke in California, sold out, got a few dollars, started new in Nevada, ended up pretty good there.
What did you farm? What did you raise in Nevada?
Wheat, barley, onions, alfalfa, corn, variety.
Uh-huh. And how long were you there in Lovelock?
I think about 10 years.
10 years. Then how did you end up back here in Scotts Bluff?
I'm kind of a sister of mine wanted me to migrate back into here.
Uh-huh.
After I sold out everything out there.
I see. How long have you now been back in Scotts Bluff?
In 76.
56. How many tenants do you have downstairs?
8.
8, huh? Are they are they all good payers of rent and that sort of thing?
Well, so far I say I've been pretty lucky. Some a little late, but I always get my rent.
Yeah.
If I don't like them, they get mean at me, I just kick them out. Refund the rent.
This is Uncle Pete's latest property that he has bought. It used to be a barber shop. It was a home, of course, at one time, but then it was a barber shop, and now Uncle Pete's purchased it and is trying to fix it up on the inside, and then he wants to resell it. So we're going to get a grand tour here.
Well, I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Think my old man might snap this up. Really?
Move back. Yeah.
You know what my mom tell him? Don't let the door hit you in the wood.
Just recently I put in this petition here, redone all the carpets and everything.
You put in the new carpet?
Yeah. Just this here in that room and the 3 rooms I put in the carpet.
This one already had carpet in it?
Yeah.
So what was the barber shop? Was it just this front section?
Through here, yeah.
And then the family lived back here?
There was no door here and you had a large mirror here and a counter on it. And plumbing still under there with these 2 basins, sinks.
Yeah.
You're trying to sell us yourself, huh?
Yeah.
You're not going to throw it.
No. Well, see, no, he wasn't listed for 20,000. That's what I'm saying. The commission did that for $2,000. So I had other theaters myself. I thought I could finance myself, going for a little interest.
A lot of people here do try to sell themselves.
Sure. I think most
See,
people,
this door went in there. This guy up on the roof and I.
most people try to sell them on their own first, but in
Where was
reality-
the partition that you put in?
That wall right there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. The 4 bedrooms, maybe 5 or 6, we had a large enough family.
Which part was the barber shop area? Just the front part there?
Yeah. This family lived back here.
There was a family that lived here and here?
For 50-some years, him and his wife and 2 or 3 boys or girls.
Oh, the man that was the barber also lived here?
Yeah.
I see.
Say bye, Rich.
What else do you plan to do to this place?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Sell it.
You're gonna try to sell it?
Yo, sir. The only thing I want to mention, there's one woman, she wanted that kitchen up there over the 6th bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And they have to give me a full decision whether to buy it or not. And if they do move it over to that bedroom, I'll pay the plumber, and they want to go expense to move it.
Uh-huh.
But they haven't decided.
Oh, here are a couple of prospective buyers.
You got that, Jack. I'm heading out of town tomorrow morning. 18,000? You gotta be insane to buy this thing for 18,000.
What's the soon?
Well, we want to see Uncle or Aunt Emma first for a while.
You're not working.
Oh no, I'm retired.
I know it. The kids are not trying.
Right.
True.
But you stay here 2 weeks in.
Oh. I'm going up to Canada from here.
Okay.
We got reservations for about the next 2 weeks at motels.
Well, you should postpone that.
Well, we made the commitment, and I don't want to be out. Welcome my welcome, put it that way. So.
You know, I heard one time years ago, was it you or your brother went through Lovelock into California?
Right, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah. But the way I looked at it, if I stop at 1, then we'll see Aunt Emma because she gets pretty sickly.
She's been through
Anyway, is we all set then?
I think so.
You can't get him out of here.
Okay, here we are at Aunt Molly's house at 1602 10th Avenue.
You said we'd stop over, and we're stopping over.
Fine, and then if you want, I can feed you.
Hi, Aunt Molly.
Good morning, Bob.
How are you?
Can't complain.
Oh, that's good.
Come on in, make yourself home.
Okay.
And if you don't, it's your own fault.
Mm.
Hi there.
There's your little, what's your little dog's name?
Amber.
Amber.
Uh-huh.
Well, look who's there. Look what's here. Hello.
Holy smokes.
Hello. And this something?
We gotta get the
Oops.
cord.
Yeah.
Hi there. What's your need?
Look at all those bottles and cups.
Isn't it nice and cool in here? That light come on? Don't it?
Yeah.
Unless that plug is pulled back there.
It's okay.
And look at all these rocks over
Oh, I
there.
want to show you these anyway. I hope this one works. Come on, please.
Yeah?
Come on. There you go.
There you go.
Have to talk to it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Now, where's the petrified heart?
Let's see, where'd I do for that?
You said you took it out last night because you were going to show it to us.
Yeah.
Did you put it back in your case, you think?
Indian arrowheads?
Let me out here once.
There you
I
go.
think I had it out here.
Football.
Johnny. This is all stuff you found. Wow.
But don't worry about it now.
I think I would remember who did it.
Oh, that's all right. Quite a collection.
You didn't know that?
No.
It's a bright rock and a perfect black cat.
Oh, that's cute.
You still got your machines that you polished their rocks?
Oh, yeah.
Still got that, huh?
Uh-huh.
Are they downstairs or in the back house?
Out in the other little house.
Look at that red rock. Isn't that pretty? I'm confused by that rock.
Well, you didn't.
Oh, it's good, the inside.
The neat thing on the TV there that she made. She likes to do a lot of craft type work. She's so good.
Right.
That's a human heart.
Sure looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you find that, Aunt Molly?
North of Crawford.
Hmm.
That's
Got
something,
the,
huh?
got the shape and everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's got all the holes and.
Could have filled it with, you know, sand or whatever. Petrified or
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
very heavy.
I said it's a close-up there to South Dakota. I said probably some old Indian's heart.
Could be. Could be. Never
But you
know.
wouldn't think that that would get that heavy.
Yeah.
This is Vivian.
Thank you. They live in Mitchell next door to each other.
Uh-huh. Is that right?
It's Kathy.
What is
If
that?
that a picture I've never seen.
No, that's a stepmother though. And Molly
Okay.
said that's not her.
No, that's not
Just
her.
not say because that doesn't even look in the ballpark.
Well, did you say there was a picture in here of Grandpa Kraft?
Right here.
Kathy, yeah.
But that's
he's-
another wife.
He's
That's
gotta
not
be,
their grandmother.
see, Grandma Kraft died, she was 50.
Oh, for heaven's sake. These are, I know what those
So
are.
he gotta be in
Rattlers.
his late 50s
Right?
at least.
Uh-huh.
These are Indian hits, huh?
Or
Uh-huh.
older.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Somebody got away with those. They got this way.
That's gotta be 45 years plus of
Huh. Does your pa have one of those?
But he had a,
Did you see that rock there with
He
all
had
the
the
different
base.
animals on it?
he had
That's
the
pretty.
ashtray.
But Uncle Pete made that.
Sterling, Colorado.
Do you know what year? What's your birthday? Do you remember?
July, I think it's 27.
Do you remember what year you were born?
No, I don't.
Okay. How long did you live in Sterling? Do you remember?
Oh, I was just a little girl when we moved out of there. I think I was about 9 years old when we moved to Scottsbluff from Sterling.
Moved to Scotts Bluff.
Uh-huh.
What did you graduate from high school here in Scottsbluff, or
I didn't graduate.
didn't graduate? What was the highest grade that you completed?
8th.
8th grade. What did you do at that time then, after your schooling years?
Nothing special. Just living with Mom and Dad.
Mm-hmm. Did
Working beats.
Working beats?
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle.
Oh, I've got to show you a dog my lady friend Mitchell made.
What her baptismal name was, maybe we'll get the Amelia.
And you ain't going to get her.
Aunt Molly,
When the folks moved here,
do you remember what your
the old
baptismal
man
name was?
would hire out
My dad's what?
to a farmer.
Do you remember what your
Bring all the
baptismal
kids.
name was?
Middle
He
name?
worked the field with
No,
them.
what you were baptized as?
It was in Colorado, someplace, in church in Colorado.
Does the name Amelia ring a bell with you?
Amalia.
Amalia?
Not Amelia. Amalia.
Amalia.
Look at the dog my lady
that's
friend made.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Is that something?
Yeah.
She's another one that likes to go for junk like I do.
Yeah.
And Molly, what year were you married? Do you remember?
I was there, but I really don't think. I just can't recall. No, since I took that thrill, I just can't remember like you.
That's what I'm going to pull. That's what
Do you remember?
I like that line. Like that line, Aunt Molly.
I was there, but I don't remember.
I was there, but I don't remember. I'm going to tell it to my wife in about 20 years.
Isn't that pretty?
That's
Yes,
sharp.
very. Did someone paint that for you?
Huh?
Did someone paint that for you?
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
Pizza.
Has he got a name?
I called Sadie.
Sadie?
The lady that gave it to me, her name was Sadie Wheeler, and I called her Sadie.
That's cute.
Aunt Molly, do you remember how old you were when you got married to Jake?
Let's see, how old was I? Could have been at that time, about 18, I think.
About 18?
18, uh-huh.
And how long were you married to Jake?
Well, but I couldn't tell you that.
Okay. And you lived, how did you come to move to Mitchell from Scottsbluff?
Oh, you couldn't get along with them over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I just got it moved out.
I
Well, you know,
see.
it was with Pete quite a while when we bought that place together,
Yeah.
and it was just like living in hell.
How was it that you and Jake, did you marry Jake here in Scottsbluff?
Lived
Yeah.
with my mother.
How was it that you and Jake, Uncle Jake, moved to Mitchell?
Very common. Very common.
What took you to Mitchell? What caused you to move to Mitchell?
I think he was working for Fairmont Creamery.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now. I'd forgotten
Isn't
that.
that a pretty doggy?
Uh-huh.
Was that where your pa was?
It is.
Pa?
She's another one like me. She likes to make pretty things.
No.
Not the way I like it. Oh, the dog. No, she takes it off.
Oh, interesting.
This is where they send you.
Wanted to get away with
That one there?
When you do bad things, they send you to the rock pile.
It's,
This is gorgeous. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to run through this yard tonight,
Yeah.
This has to be rose quartz.
Rose quartz. Uh-huh. Here's your green jade.
Oh,
Plus,
sure.
when it's sliced, it's prettier. Too.
Oh, sure. Wow. You've
They're
got quite a
elm
nice selection here.
Chinese elm.
Mm.
Yeah, but got kind of lopsided.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Dutch elm.
Mm-hmm.
No, Dutch elm in Milwaukee, they got a certain kind of disease and it just about,
Oh, sure.
for all
Yeah.
practical purpose, wiped out most of the trees in the city.
Now, what is this?
Petrified moss.
Moss.
Got that in South Dakota.
How did you manage to get such big pieces and bring them home?
I got him.
Oh, jeepers.
It's been strong enough.
Now, what is
Yeah.
slag?
Which
Slag.
one? That one there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is any of this now tiger eye? How do you recognize it when you see it from the outside?
Well, if you know, you go with rock and hunting things like that, you get used to that.
I suppose.
Uh-huh.
What's
Is
this
this-
right here, Aunt Molly?
I don't know what that really is. See, like this pink one, that's that rose quartz.
Right. And what is this now? Is that a piece of petrified wood?
wood. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah. Well, the only part that she's really developed, you know, has been that house. She has done nothing with this little house back here.
Well, you've got quite a nice selection there.
Yeah, there's a lot of jewelry yet.
Uncle Cooney and Aunt Emma's house. We're gonna go visit Aunt Emma for a little bit.
This is my Uncle John. He passed away about 6, 7 years ago now.
Oh.
That's my grandmother when she had her 102nd birthday.
Oh, you got longevity on your side too, huh?
Yeah, she lived about 10 years longer than Grandpa. Grandpa passed away. What's in here? He passed away about 5 days, being 90 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And then this is my dad, and that's my Uncle Reuben.
That's a neat picture. That is nice.
Out here we had a morning. I was ready to run away. Oh dear. Before we even got started, we already had ordered for 8 cabbage burgers. And we hadn't even started yet. And then I forgot to make gravy. People want the hot beef sandwiches. Oh my God, we got the gravy. She just eating it now. You can go.
Remember your brother, Phil? I'm Phil's youngest son, Dick. Do you remember me yet?
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
I just took her temperature, 102. Oh, yeah. Rosa says when she came, she was covered with a blanket and it clipped on her neck. I was, well, I can see why now. Yeah.
Eat first.
Well, let me see if I can.
Okay.
No, I don't think I'll be getting in hurry.
I know, but you eat your dinner first, okay?
I will as soon as you get your dinner eaten. Okay?
Well,
Are you still so warm?
Did she have a fever yesterday or anything? Really?
Ruth took it, I think she said it was 90. What was her temperature? Was 99 point what?
102 even.
I mean yesterday.
99.3.
Does it taste good? Is it good?
Yeah.
I can't feed you if I lay you
I
over.
wouldn't take too much, Bob.
What?
I don't think you'll want to
I know
see
you
too
do.
much of that.
But you're going to have to eat first. How about some water?
Us from last night?
What?
Do you remember us from yesterday? At the picnic? I'm Dick's wife, Phyllis.
Hi!
Yesterday,
We were at the picnic?
I wasn't there, was I?
Sure. Did you forget us already?
Well, I didn't know I was there.
Yeah. You ate chicken and salads.
Well, I don't know that I was even there.
We sat outside. It was at our house, but we sat outside. We were at the picnic table in the back of the house.
No.
And it's hard to remember.
I didn't know I was there.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
We'll let you finish eating your dinner.
Huh?
We'll let you finish eating your dinner and we'll talk a little bit then.
I'm sure Jim Donnie made me some.
Put it this way, if you can't find the negative, have the picture of the pound's difference in weight. It's your car. What would it be?
That's my mom.
Picture of Bernice. Bernice's graduation picture, did you see, Ruthie?
No, I think it was Jennifer's
Oh.
graduation picture. I don't know. Well, that could have been.
No, that's not her graduation picture.
Aunt Emma, Uncle Cooney, my dad, Philip, and that's about the only ones I know. It's
Let's see if Audubon, see if you remember.
This is at Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney's wedding, right?
right. Aunt Emma and Uncle Cooney's wedding.
Congregational Church in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and this is the newer location of the church. that was originally on 9th Avenue, is that right? And this is the church at which Grandpa Kraft was a member when it was on 9th Avenue, and we'll be going by that in a few minutes. 9th Avenue in Scottsbluff, where we believe that, or thought to believe, that Grandpa Kraft, when he came to Scottsbluff and joined a church, this is the church that he joined. At that time it was the Salem Congregational Church. It is now called the Eastside Church of Christ. This is right down the street from Mary and Uncle Henry's house. School building over there. And as we pan around, we can see where Aunt Mary and Uncle Henry lived.
I think anybody does, you know?
Okay, here we are with Dick and Phyllis Kraft. And Dick, I'd like to have you tell us a little bit about your history, how old you are, when you were born, any pertinent facts like that.
I was born June 26, 1936. I'm the son of Philip and Pauline Kraft. I don't know a heck of a lot what else to say, but
Where were you born?
I'll just say that I was born in Milwaukee, raised in Milwaukee, educated in Milwaukee, went to school in Milwaukee, got out of high school, worked very briefly, went in the service for 3 years, got out, married my childhood sweetheart. We have 2 lovely children, worked for close to 30 years as a firefighter in the city of Milwaukee, and I'm on location right now visiting my cousin.
All right.
Here in Nebraska.
This early retiree.
An early retiree. Sucking up his benefits.
What a deal. Phyllis, where were you born?
I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Lived there all my life until we moved to Saukville 3 years ago. Went to school at Custer High School where I met Dick, and we started dating then, eventually got married. I was born February 19th, 1937. We were married September 6th, 1958. We have a daughter who was born in June of 1959. We have a son who was born in November of 1961. Both of them are married. Our daughter has no children as yet. She married Peter Spara. They have 2 big dogs and they're busy with them. They have no time for children right now. Our son married Cindy Byrne. They've been married, well, let's see, Vicki and Pete have been married 5 years. Joel and Cindy have been married 7 years. They have 2 boys, Ryan and Gregory. Ryan is 5 and Gregory is 19 or 20 months.
2 boys to carry on the Kraft name, right?
Right. Bob and Joel are now off the hook.
Yeah, really.
Let's see what else we have. Both our children and their families live in Saukville along with us, and Mother and Dad Kraft live in Saukville along with us. We moved everyone out of Milwaukee.
How big a town is Saukville?
Last time I saw the sign
about 3,700
yeah,
approximately,
right.
the village itself.
You're on this big vacation here, coming out to Nebraska. Now, where all are you headed after you leave here?
Well, we decided the last 2 weeks of June we were going to go on vacation and planned this about 8 months ago actually. Decided this was the time I was going to come out and visit my relation in Scottsbluff. And going to spend approximately 3 days out here, and then we're going to continue up into Canada, spend some time in the Canadian Rockies. Along the way, we're going to be in Glacier Park, Waterton National Park in Canada. And then on the way back, we're going to stop in Regina, Saskatchewan, and we're going to visit, hopefully, a second cousin of mine. And it might be as a benefit history farther back.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to continue through Winnipeg, down into Canada and visit Nice, and continue back into Wisconsin and eventually get home around July 1st.
Well, it's really been special to have you guys here this summer and these few days with us. I've learned a lot in listening to both of you talk and tell about our family, that some of which I never heard of before. So we're really thankful that you were able to come out this time, and we'll look forward to maybe a next time.
Hopefully.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be here.
Well, now that we know you'll be on national TV tonight, we thank you for this interview on Candid Camera.
Well, thank you for having us and for all your help.
Yes, it's been fun, especially the picnic last night. To Baird, Nebraska, where Chimney Rock is located. We're going to go have dinner here at an Oregon Trail wagon place that cooks steak outside, and they have a barbecue, of course, with homemade sourdough bread and kind of the Oregon Trail type depiction. But we're here at Chimney Rock, which was a site along the Oregon Trail that was a landmark, a reference point. And Mary's going to read what's on this sign here.
Rising 470 feet above the North Platte River Valley, Chimney Rock stands to the south as the most celebrated of all natural formations along the overland routes to California, Oregon, and Utah. Chimney Rock served as an early landmark for fur traders, trappers, and mountain men as they made their way from the Rockies to the Missouri River. To later immigrants, the solitary spire marked the end of plains travel and the beginning of the rugged mountain portion of their journey. The tip of the formation is 325 feet above the base. Chimney Rock is composed of Brule clay with inner layers of volcanic ash and Arakee sandstone. Thousands of travelers carved their names in the soft base, only to have these records disappear through the forces of nature. This eroded landmark is smaller than that which greeted early visitors to the area, but its presence for the generations of the near future is secure. In 1941, the 80 acres containing the site were transferred to the Nebraska State Historical Society by the Rosal Durnall family. In 1956, Norman and Donna Brown deeded additional land to the society. In that same year, Chimney Rock was designated a National Historic Site by the federal government.
True cowboy right there.
You watch who you walk, boy. You walking in
Oh, yeah,
the
you-
true hossy.
Here's where sometimes they'll have a campfire and sing. People gather around there with the guy will bring out his guitar and sing. Oh, this is great.
Larry, move left. Why isn't Larry moving left? There's room here. All right, we'll run them other guys up here then. I actually prefer, blonde over 21 rather than So what's your third choice? Yeah, I don't think I would have wanted.
Hi.
So
No, it's nice steak.
Oh. Oh, I do now right here. I don't see.
I can hang on to him.
Hi, how are you?
Howdy there, partner.
Scott Janet.
And there's the spuds and gosh.
Yep.
Huh.
65 in there now. It would hold probably about 150, 175.
Oh my
Hmm.
goodness.
Probably stew for close to 200.
Amazing. Here we can walk a couple hundred yards down here to the river, North Platte River. North Platte River right now is really low. There's hardly any water in the river, and it's quite a concern to many of the farmers around here because the North Platte River is the source from which they get irrigation water. And I don't know what the problem is. The runoff from the mountains in Wyoming and Colorado just haven't provided the water. And the legend is on this river, and history says too, this river used to be at its narrowest point and its shallowest spot, an inch deep and a mile wide. And now it's almost down to nothing. However, 4 or 5 years ago, we did have some flooding along the river in Nebraska, down by North Platte and that area. But this is how the North Platte River looks today. They usually have canoe rides here at this facility, and there's not enough water in the river to float a canoe in many spots, so you get hung up on sandbars a lot. This is the area of the facility known as Fort John. This side for the lady.
I've yet to see a dead mule, though. Yeah. Now, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, cow.
That's it. Where the deer and the buffalo roam.
All right.
I'm like, glad I wasn't a settler.
Store's open.
Oh.
The store's open? The general store?
She said it was going to be after this.
that way.
Yeah, it looks like the general store's open.
Uh-oh. Just sold a couple drops of rain.
Yes.
The wind's picking up again.
Maybe
No.
that's all right. I just figured it was something to do.
See what it was like in there.
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Excuse me.
Last time we came out here, it was raining.
Plenty of seats up front, folks.
All these guys are
Come on
waiting
in.
to give them around to applause.
You really don't
I dreamed I held you by my side. When I almost knew I was mistaken, I discovered it was Clyde. She knows Clyde. Boy, was he mad, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Hey, we got a they did good.
Yeah, I heard a few people say.
Yeah. I was watching. We got a real hard song we want to teach to you, but I think you guys can handle it. It's got a lot of hard words to it. Ah, la 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 la, hallelujah. Ah, la 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 la, hallelujah. Ah, la 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 la, hallelujah. Ah, la 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 la, hallelujah. You get the word? Y'all get the word? Everybody! La 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 la, hallelujah, la 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 la, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Reach out and take a hold of that person's hand next to you. All the way around. All the way. Well, as far as we can go. Anyhow. Shake another hand, shake a hand next.
Because that letter begins your name, right?
The end.